Yo, mic check. Wow, it's been 2 weeks, guys, since PMCO. I'm back from the caster desk, and if there's anything that can really make me do that, it would be the P.E.N Prodigy Esports Nations High Tier event. We have quite a stacked lobby tonight, I'm not gonna lie, and I'm really excited. So let's go through the team list, and you will see them on the screen very soon. We will have 18 teams. A lot of them will be playing the PMPL. So go slot by slot. So we have Team UMBRA, then we have Eastern Stars, which consist of a lot of previous Bloodline players. Then we have PANDA, who is going to PMPL as well. They came strong, right? Came through really strong in PMCO Europe wildcard. They took that second place. Then we have UDR Killers. GSG Europe's up next. I think they are third place, the third seat from EU wildcard. Then we have the fourth seat from the same region, which is SCRIMFARM. In slot 11, we have RESQ. RESQ is the top one team from PMCO United Kingdom. So they will be heading towards PMPL Europe West as well. Then we have LMV. Another PMPL team, no surprise there. But we also have teams like RBS in Team 13 that has yet to show themselves on the bigger stage. Defeaters from the Germany region in slot 13. Team 15, another PMCO Germany team, Black Sparks. Then we have Destiny UK, another team a bit like RBS, both in PMCO United Kingdom, but I don't think they were on that stage. They just missed that mark, so they're here to prove themselves tonight. QATAR Force, a top one PMCO winner there, heading to PMPL as well. Game Lord, the second seat from the PMCO France region. Unicorns of Love. There's nothing more that I need to say about this team, right? They were in here with our last in our last P.E.N high tier event as well, and took a really good fight and almost took that top spot, taking that cash money away really close. So they may be able to do it tonight. Be My Loot, fifth seat from PMCO UK, and we have HARDSHIFT in Team 21. And they are the 8th place team in PMCO UK. Last but not least, we have the Royal Knights, 11th place in PMCO UK. So as you can see, at least 16 out of 18 teams have been performing decently in the PMCO 2021 spring split. So, you know, that period was just crazy for all the regions in that whole PUBG Mobile esports. New kings are found, right? And new rising stars and everything is just a bit of a mad one, but also the sounds of dreams getting crushed. And you know what, I need to get back used to this routine where I stream this way. There's no one to do the productions for me anymore, and but you know what, it's good. Back to our roots, grind our way through, and we will have 4 games tonight. Okay, we will have Erangel as the first one and the 4th map, but we will in between play, of course, game 2 on the desert of Miramar, then game 3 on the jungle of Sandhawk. And right, I mean, what's the catch here? Of course, it's a high tier event, and when we call things an event and not a scrim, there is some money on the line. So the winning team, only that one team that come out strong, the strongest tonight, will be able to grab that £60 cash prize. We call it 60 quid, learn a little bit of British English, and we are ready to head into this lobby as we see all these players with some new update as well, you know? So maybe we'll see some gliders, etc. But I've heard they are very hard to use. But a glider rotation is something that I would love to see. And you know what, let's not wait any longer. Oh, I kind of missed this, you know. So quick maths, there are 18 teams, 70 players. That means we've got 2 teams of trio. Let's find them out. GSG Europe is the first one, and the second team of trio would be Black Sparks, with that plane path going to that southern side, very southern plane path, just to the south of Prison, all the way towards that western bridge. So that makes the top half of the map slightly more empty. But you know what, like with this playing path, if teams want to go to Yasnaya, it's pretty doable as well. But if they want to go past Gatka towards the South Georgia port and hospital area, a little bit harder right there. We're yet to find out what these teams are planning to do. Some of them, of course, I've casted them in PMCO UK and before in Pro Scrims as well. So seeing a lot of different drop spots, and a lot of teams have changed things up when they adapt to how other teams play. And because like Nostra MVP is not in this one, so Be My Loot would just happily take Lepovka, and it's almost becoming a meme, that one. But you know what? They made it to PMPL, so shout out to like Nostra MVP there. And a little bit of a contested drop over here around Milta Power between the side of Eastern Stars, which is, yeah, we can see Aethys in there. So Aethys was there alongside Fury before in Bloodline, so they are here contesting this with the challenger from RBS, the team that we talked about, right? The team that needs maybe more chance to show what they're made of and maybe coming in strong in the next split. But 4 split is a while away, so there's a lot of trials and stuff going on at the moment. Have a look at the rest of the map. SCRIMFARM, I mean, very, very strong team. We've seen them in here like time and time again. And they're making something work is the side of Be My Loot with an opening knock onto HARDSHIFT Sponge. HARDSHIFT likes playing that northern side. Severny is their favorite spot, but with this circle making it a bit harder for them, need to grab those vehicles along the eastern road to rotate, so Spartan will be choked a little bit as well, no cars around them, but Lotus is already on his way there, but trailing behind them is the team of RESQ. RESQ likes going to South Georgia Bull Crates, so that's something that we may see. Is a bit of a distance though, so need to find out how they do that. Pandas are making something happen as well. Just let's head over there and we'll go back to that minimap later on, because sometimes I do get told, right, by players and teams that they want to see the minimap a little bit more. So they are able to study where each other drop. So let's cut to getting an opening knock onto Defeaters there. Holes is now split away from his team and will slowly bleed out, but around that same area we also have Team UMBRA. A lot of players, Game Lord, RESQ and SCRIMFARM all in Yasnaya. The big city can contain more than you think. And a little bit of interesting one as well, Yumi from SCRIMFARM, carrying a SCRIMFARM tag but playing alongside UDI Killers tonight in Pachinki. GS Europe will have a split on that western side, southwestern side of the road of this map around Quarry. LMV in Primosk. Unicorns of Love going back to Gatka. They like slowly rotating through that, and Ket carrying a different clan tag tonight. So some congestion around this center zone, and I think a lot of the control would be these high grounds to the north of the farm area as well as shelter, which is quite open at the moment, so need to see how they play that and rotate around that. Milta drop coming from the side of the trio, Black Sparks, and that will be yes, getting that kill from the bleed out from Defeaters. Right, talk about Southern Island. Royal Knights in military base is no surprise to me as well. The other UK team, Destiny, is on that same Southern Island, on that western side. And we will have the side of QF, so Qatar Force, in that Novo drop. So we just need to, yeah, wait for some more action. I think some interesting bits right here might be Yasnaya, and to see Team UMBRA actually going for a rotation, maybe crashing into Severny. Want more loot, more than just what Razok can provide, maybe. I know 2 of them at least. Swave and Mihi used to play under Hate Gaming, and now they are in UMBRA. And while trying to get some positions and rotations into Severny, little do they know that HARDSHIFT is ready here. Swave got in no problem. Perex needs to find a different spot to park the car, maybe. If not, Hartman would take this down. But if they somehow study and watch PMCO UK, they wouldn't be surprised to find out that it's HARDSHIFT in here. And if their eyes are on that kill feed, they should be able to know that they're a trio. And this is Miki trying to make some early work. That trade from Prologue was brilliant. Lotus needs to hold down the 1v2 right now. Let's bring ourselves to his camera angle. Need to rotate out, but UMBRA is quick on their feet. HARDSHIFT, the first team that will be suffering in tonight's game 1, and that is Heartman, the last one standing. The best plan is maybe to not make any sounds, wait till UMBRA give up on hunting them down. But would that be a case? I don't think so, and a lot of players and these caliber of teams are very, very aware of what a solo can do, and every kill point counts. And this is a time where Perex may be able to find some movements from the last player of HARDSHIFT, and we are almost losing a team there. Be My Loot will get that group up. The 1-3 split between Lipovka and Prison is now tightened up. Will pull away to the edge to continue some loot, though. Andy in those 4 houses. And I was just about to say, it's about time in Milter Power to get a little bit spicy. Aethys going quite low there, but they will be able to find a brilliant knock and a finish onto RBS. Goldie can maybe spoil this. Fury has given away audio cues with those shots, and Goldie was not careful enough. Loki with the beautiful flank. Off angle upon off angle is the name of the game. Is a 4v2 situation right now. Aethys didn't even bother healing up. There's Nomads will find the angle. Third knock coming through. Last guy standing will be Bilal here, and is cleanly wiped by the side of Eastern Stars. 2 from Bloodline, bringing in the taste of blood in their mouth, will take out the first team in game 1. RESQ making some work as well, doing that work. 1 kill right now, rotating out of Yasnaya, you know, like not getting into that move, that action. Coming to this coastline allows them a lot of control if they want to catch the crosses from north to river, but they will just pull back a little bit more with a bit more split, more vehicles. Team UAS right here, strong vehicle with some durability, and seems to start to die down a little bit, but Gamelot is gonna have some problem. Look at RESQ just finding it quick. Gamelot did not catch the rotation from RESQ from that top left side of Yasnaya, and they will just lose 2 more. Robs is the last one standing, just need to not move right now. Knowing there's more people in Yasnaya, they just need to wait out. And then solos will be able to make some more work happen. And if we just look at all that kill feed as well, HARDSHIFT went out at 17th place. And how's everyone doing? Right? It's been a while. Have you guys been watching PMCO? And a lot of these teams are just, you know, I've casted them through the past few months, and it's so great to see them perform. And that's why they're here, because we are going all out for these PMCO teams, wanting to see what they can do. And so this is such a pleasure to watch as well. Defeat is not quite pleasurable experience so far, down to duo right now. Can get a lot of information from this compound, but when you don't have the numbers advantage, Muzino is showing you how to do it, not to get too exposed, is probably the best way to go. So we talked about that plateau. Now, claimed by Black Sparks right there to the north of farm can be very, very strong. UDR killers opt in to place that coastal line with a lot of choke spots, get a lot of info onto that coast. Right, and also getting some info onto these barn houses, but I am concerned for these type of splits. If it ever shift north, and if some teams are holding those mountains to the northern side of this position, where UDR killers are currently holding, and there is not the easiest way to rotate out of there. QATAR Force will try to get some farm control. Unicorns of Love now in Pachinki Hill. LMV, after looting up Primosk, will slowly come in through Ferropier and that southwestern road. UMBRA took that win and will be the new kings of Severny, but they need to rotate further in. SCRIMFARM held down Yasnaya as well, and RESQ is just holding a really good spot there. The rotations is not guarded enough, and that is GSG Europe losing to the Stegs as the trial player as well was able to escape from that at the price of one player. Lao captain continues to rotate, and you know what? They were a trio, let's not forget about that. So down to 2 when there's still so many teams around. They need to find a spot. Not easy to control any farm compounds. Sometimes you just need to park it well, know your area of control, and then just make it work. Interesting 1v3 split from the side of Qatar Force, and we just need to wait for this phase to circle to dictate the pace of the game. It will go towards the northeastern side with a lot of power position in there still. Mentions basically untouched. Shelter compounds, all these junctions and dips can be very strong. Yasnaya Fields is in there still. And with a position like RESQ, they can maybe choke a lot of teams who don't want to charge straight through farm into the center circle. Those who want to go for a wider rotation like Unicorns of Love maybe may come into the area of control by RESQ. A good 360 spot, and SCRIMFARM will just hold Yasnaya for now. And I'll keep an eye on GSG. Of course, this is very different to PMCO, right? I watched the minimap quite a lot, sometimes too much I was told, and but this is the practice that these teams want to have before PMPL. Get to study rotation path and stuff. Maybe I've spoiled some secrets. And but we see Lao trying to land some shots onto Qatar Force there. Qatar Force the first seat in their region in PMCO, and they will be able to make themselves into a very typical compound, and but will not be very easy to control. If there's teams like Black Sparks in that position, they know, they hear the vehicle sounds, and they will for sure capitalize on this if the circle ever shift away from this area. Eastern SARS now taking that clean wipe in Milta Power, coming in to contest this plateau now. Fury and Batavian leading the way, slowly scouting out. Need to know those defensive angles because Force is there to punish Fury, just using that quick maneuver, and now need to move that vehicle so that they don't lose that resource coming into the later phases. Another minute or so until we have the blue zone coming in. And we know the higher tier of play, they don't want to wait. They want those information ASAP. And SCRIMFARM, you know what? Let's see how supposedly top tier player, right, play solo game though. So you know, swapping to FPP is step 1. Not and then firing when matters is the other one, but missing some shots may not be the thing you want to see. Could have been that one important kill point. But that didn't quite work out. Salazar, the last one standing for defeaters. And like to do these education casts as well, right? What would be the strong spots in this circle? If you are playing in this, guys, if you ever get to PMPL like these teams, where would you hold and why? So we'd always talk about the strengths, yeah, of a spot, the weakness, escape strategy, and there's so much more. Thinking about shot stops in terms of scouting forward step by step, or what we call progressive rotation, right? As a fancy term that I've learned. I quite like it, you know, not just knowing your destination, but how you get there and how to secure that is really, really vital if you want to be one of the best teams in your region and in the world. Potato Hill control, pretty key. Maybe it's just a spot to control the entry from the southwestern side before going further, because not quite in the center. It's not a huge problem though. They can see quite a lot towards the center position, so they can get info and prepare for the next rotation already. Destiny will play that lumber area for now, and if they slowly progress and the control and scout towards the eastern side, they can get some decent spots around prison and going into mansion. UMBRA is striking, and that is the last one from defeaters going down. UMBRA is now up to 5 kills, I believe. Yeah, I need to stop studying the game just by looking at the minimap and just have a look at how these players do it, you know? Seeing them in one part of the map is not enough, but what they do, how they split around it is very, very important. Knowing the pockets of location and knowing how to increase that control is key. Oh, and rescue is striking right now. That is some... Wait, what? That is a clash between them and the side of Panda. And Panda, did they... Okay, they're definitely not wiped, but Jonas has lost his life. Faker will need to slowly crawl back. The support is not there, so that's just information passing to the remaining two players. Panda, Yes, and Katu just need to rotate away. We'll try to come into this J compound for some control, though, but crashing the car like that may not be easy. Yes, need to rotate further. Park it well, and they can at least hold this for the mid-game. Look at the circle going towards Yasnaya Fields, and this J compound is a hard shift to the northwestern side. We will see a lot of clash on this edge right here. Be My Lit might be there to farm a little bit, but this is going to be crazy. UDRs alongside many teams on this edge. QATAR Force trying to rotate past the side of Black Spots, doing the same. UDR missing on one small opportunity as they just try to get some control in this part. But just a split seconds there, they've lost a little bit of time, but Pocus is trying to pull the trigger. They want to take this team out. QATAR Force now getting breached, using the ridgeline. Pocus slowly moving in. Yumi is doing the same, but let's not forget about the position of this fight. It's on edge. They will allow a lot of teams to rotate past if they didn't remember to look at the back, and Unicorns are there to maybe land some DP shots. Wade just says, I'm going off, right? I'm just going away to get an off angle. Ulysses is doing the same thing. It's 1-3 split from both teams trying to find those angles, but Yumi with a beautiful spray will take it down. But you know what? The off angle's taken out and the flush coming in from Sebi as well. So in split seconds, SCRIMFARM's down to... Not SCRIMFARM, sorry. Yumi, please don't do that to me with your clan tag. But UDR Killers, down to a duo with long-range fires coming from behind. Unicorns, the third-party long-range pressure, forcing the side of UDR to make things quick and work a 2v3 against QATAR Force need to be in their favor, but the answer is no. Yumi goes out as well. Cat with the backstab, stealing one of those away. And that's UDR Killers out at 15th place. Ked? Hello, my friend. Really aggressive push out there, just trying to get them. It's worth it, I think. The good friend is here. Savagix is here to support. Good luck in this red zone. And if they are able to do that, that would be a pretty bold, but bold move that actually turns out to work out. Be My Loot, I did talk about the position. They had access to the middle though, but they didn't rotate. They want to hold this compound a little bit further, you know, to punish some teams, but it's not without the cost of losing Noya. Henty as well. Knocked at the moment, still trying to control shelter. And the Andy is alone in there, and Destiny will just take a good dip there. But you know what? Let's have a look at the side of SCRIMFARM. Holding strong still. Good compound to control all the teams rotating from the south, and good sight lines onto the Yasnaya Fields. Royal Knights will play one of those big dips, and UMBRA will be holding some of the strongest compounds that can control Yasnaya Fields as well. And so many choke potential to either side of the map, both west and eastern side. And Icy here is just still holding the spot. They don't want to give it up before they get the most out of it. But phase 4 will be absolutely brutal. The HARDSHIFT back to the western side will force all these teams back in. And RESQ is now in that position. They held that spot for so long. This is what they want, right? This is where they have to think, how much do we start preparing for the next shift, right? Because they're on that eastern edge. But that also gives them the potential to just kill all these teams that need to come in from this edge. So the timing of that is important. knowing how to split the attentions between prepping for the next phase as well as farming these people coming in will be the theme here. UMBRA using the other spot, and they may be able to kill the sort of Royal Knights here. They use this really textbook dip right here, and then Royal Knights may just make it in. But I tell you what seems to be just about safe for now will not be the case no more in the matter of, you know what, let's say 2 minutes. Because they will find themselves really choked in here. RESQ has info on there. UMBRA has info as well. They don't even need to shoot. They just need to wait for the South Royal Knights to make a mistake when they rotate out of there. Not scared to return some shots though. RESQ, the 2-2 split may fall short. And the clash continues on the southeastern side. Unicorns of Love took their 3rd kill and tried to punish the southeastern stars heavily on rotation. X tried to land some more shots. Fury just lift it. Ket says, I won the kills. Tried to bait a few more shots, trying to get a little bit more info, but in fact, just going for a little bit of buggy rotation onto Agon for that support. Much needed. We all know what Unicorns can do at whatever numbers disadvantage, but if they can get this full squad, I believe they can just charge through this side, but more grounds that they need to cover. Eastern Stars will take that time to rotate out using that ridge line. Aethys is driving that car, but RESQ is there to put some damage in. Cat will just rotate wide around and just getting a different spot as well, but will he be able to do that is something that we need to find out. Cat will be forced outside of the blue zone, and he just needs to play really wide right now, and then he may just find it even harder coming in. Look at this position by RESQ. They will be seeing this. Cat will pull away once again. What is the plan for the Unicorns? Agon need to heal up right now. Savage is gone, and Cat still need to find that spot. Fresh is trying to do damage in that blue, but he will get knocked by the burning vehicle. Explosion is painful. Cat still trying his way, but he's got some meds for now. That is not too bad for them. They can get in. If they can just somehow squeeze it into the eastern side, they will be able to live a little bit longer, and this shift is just absolutely brutal right now, forcing all these teams back to the southeastern side, giving RESQ once again a very good spot in the circle. But you know what? Panda is in still. They lost too early, now holding that J compound, and the volatile side is still here on the southeastern edge. Eastern Stars. Wait, what? They got 11 kills? I'm sorry, guys. I'm so sorry. I need to buy new glasses, man. Like, they must be popping off on that kill feed, and I'm just incredibly blind. And need new eyes. F in the chat for my eyes. Call myself Professor, by the way. What a freaking joke. Oh, excuse my language, it could have been a lot worse. When you don't need to put that caster hat on, sometimes you just mess around. Swear a bit too much or whatever. But with 11 kills, massive momentum. But these ridge lines may be a little bit tricky to play. Agon's in the area. The solo from Destiny device can still cause troubles, but they have an entry spot with some dips, so that is not a big issue. QATAR Force trying to control further, and but that is Royal Knights actually putting so much work into UMBRA. UMBRA lost quite a few when the side of Royal Knights actually made it work. What the hell, man? I thought they were in the compound. That was really punishable. But they just charged through. UMBRA didn't make it work, and it was so hard to watch, and Royal Knights took their 4th kill. Simba is waiting to get revived, but is it to be or not to be, to do or not to do situation? Because once the circle's completely closed, it's going to hurt them quite a lot. LMV now sending their way in. They need to come in. Simba is gone, so Royal Knights down to 2, still need to rotate. Lau is just holding a shack right there. Talon slowly building his area of control. Perks trying to explore even further. And that will be the plan for a lot of these teams on this side, not trying to charge further in. And Panda, the duo, is trying to hold this down. Black Sparks will lose the scout. Belen will be slowly bleeding out with no further support. RESQ play that big 2-2 split trying to control, and it will be a circle going over to this J compound once again. Lau just using that shack for as long as possible. Rescue continue to strike. The first seed from the UK scene is not scared to take some fights. Unicorns are not scared as well. Just look at those sprays across that field. Loki is trying to take the 12th kill for Eastern Stars. And what will be the plan for Rescue? No spot in the circle. How can they play this? The car lines from LMV is exposed. The smoke on Lau is really obvious. The blue zone will have no mercy. Time is here, 16 seconds, and that is Unicorns taking out the Eastern Stars at 8th place. That will be a lot less resistance, but it's still not going to be easy. If they have paid attention to the kill feed, if they actually just want to hypothesize the fact that Panda is a duo in there, they can maybe just crash straight through. Rescue is not scared, they are full sending it. Cody leading the way, wanting to take the 6th kill, and they came in with no casualties so far. Cody made it in. Rescue is now in. J compound is being breached. Not just one team, 2, 3 coming in. QATAR Force trying to crash on the other side. Black Sparks is out, and QATAR Force still holding strong, losing 2. They would try to get that revive. Rescue is now sharing this. Panda is still holding strong. Cat is the last one standing maybe. No, Agon is still there, using all their meds first and try to just edge in as late as possible. It's not going to be easy though. The side of Agon actually made it in already. Lau in that hut still re-smoking, showing his position, testing the skills of Agon as Kobe, I'd say. Just missed that one though, and that would be Ket. Just tanking the zone for a little bit too long and didn't make it. LMV is in a good position right now because they can just catch people's mispositioning within buildings when they don't know the defensive angles or weak side. That would be the problem. But look at Lau. Through those smokes, we'll find a beautiful nade onto Agon and finish the dreams of the Unicorns in this game 1, taking them out at 6th position. And same for QATAR Force, facing the wrath of LMV from across the road. Down to 5 teams now, and we have 2 solos, a duo, a trio, and a full team of LMV. 1 kill so far, so that is some catching up to do, but with the numbers advantage, they can maybe just get that chicken dinner, getting a lot of placement points, but also maybe farming as many as possible. But Lau wants to say otherwise. Perks with the mispositioning has been gotten punished, and that is Lau in there taking the 2nd kill and not scared to clear this. But look at the beautiful textbook play. Talon will use the bait from that drive from Death Boy to finish that kill. We are down to 4 teams. LMV still up as 3. Another one goes down. Katu needs to make it work. Katu? Whatever you want to name it. That's the beautiful nade. And that is QATAR Force trying to make things work. And Rescue is here. In this still, the 3v3 is the name of this game 1 end zone, and that is them trying to smoke up the road, needing to prep this somewhat further. No cars will be used in this other than that one Darcy held by Death Boy right now. 3v3, testing those sensors, reflex, comms, you name it, wanting to clear that other side. That Rockfist is a really good idea. Blood will just be really patient, not wanting to cross yet until the smoke's been deployed, and that is just the skills demonstrated and shown to you by the PMCO UK champions. This is the problem though for LMV. They don't want to cross. Yeah, we understand that. But with Rescue basically clearing the whole circle, they will have enough information onto LMV. And if they still have nades, this is the time to rein it all in. Death Boy said they don't want to be dead. And that is him trying to pull that trigger, but will fall short. Talon tries the 2nd time, will lose as well. And Japan will fall as well. The game 1 winners in tonight's lobby is our own PMCO UK champions, Rescue, with the win with 10 kills. LMV playing that controlled game, you know, I don't disagree with that. 2 kills, 2nd place, get them 14 points, but Rescue, 25 already. And that just put things into perspective. Really, really strong lead so far. PANDA, the second seed, PMCO Europe wildcard, took that third place with some zone blast to that J compound as well. The duo held on long enough with 4 kills by Yiz. QATAR Force with the 4th place finish with 6 kills. GSG Europe, Lao brought them all the way to 5th position with 2 kills. The Unicorns of Love with 7 kills and a 6th place finish. Black Sparks 7th place with 1 kill. The PMCO Germany 2nd place team may want to come back stronger, maybe with the 4th player. Eastern Stars out at 8th, so 1 placement point there, but they took 12 kills. So that is basically 1 point, right? Less than LMV. That's how crazy they've been fragging. Like teams after teams clearing out as they charge in from that southeastern side. Royal Knights with 9th place finish and 4 kills. Destiny UK 10th place with 1 kill. UMBRA Pro Lot was fragging hard, 1 placement point for them and 9 points in total, so 8 kills for them. SCRIMFARM with a 12th place finish and 4 kills. Be My Loot 1 kill, 13th place. Game Lord 14th place finish, no kills, choking a little bit around the rotation paths out of Yasnaya. UDR Killers 15th place finish, breaching a compound on that edge and got shot from inside a more center position of the circle, but they will take 2 kill points before going out at 15th. Defeater 16th place, no kills. HARDSHIFT 17th, no kills. And last but not least, we've got RBS losing that 4v4 in Milter Power and 18th place with no kills for this game 1. And that is some action right there already, guys. We will see you soon in game 2. And don't look away, because this is the caliber of play that we want to see.
Yeah. MD, JPB, it's only right, baby. Yeah, why you mad? I got a bag, bro. Name hot in these streets, no Tabasco. But I'm so stubbed, that's a fact, yo. And if you think I'm frontin', you can run it back, yo. Go on, run it back. You know that I run it. Everything you wanna do, I already done it. And I got your little boo telling me she love me. I got this one, that one. Damn, it's gonna be a long night. Yeah. You know. I said, damn, it's gonna be a long night. Yeah, let's go. Look. I tell shorty drop it for a real one. Go ahead and pop it, let me feel some. Do it for the boy with a bag now. Movie star money making everybody act out. I don't lie to these women, if I want them then I tell them. Don't get fly for these women, I was born with these propellers. All my haters cannot beat me, so I call them acapellas. See, I'm only getting better, you only get jealous. You know that I run it. Everything you wanna do, I already done it. And I got your little boo telling me she love me. I got this one, that one. Damn, it's gonna be a long night. You know, I got this one, that one. Damn, it's gonna be a long night. Yeah. MD, JPB. You already know, baby. Yeah, I said, I already done it. Everything you wanna do, I already, you know that yeah. I said, you know that yeah. Damn, it's gonna be a long night.
Welcome back. Welcome back to PUBG, a game by Tencent that is basically annoying. Why did we make these changes? Why do you give these players guns in the lobby? Punching was fun, but making all these noise, I'm not a fan of it. How's everyone doing? Welcome back to the P.E.N high tier event with a stacked lobby tonight. A lot of PMCO and PMPL teams. 4 games to decide who will be the winner to take away the £60 cash prize. And without further ado, get into this game.
We're here.
Yep. Okay. All chat. Yep. I don't like it.
We're here.
Guy's lonely. There's no one to talk crap with him. Hello? Yes, hi. Right, anyway. Plane path going through basically from Monte Nuevo towards Impala. So pretty center. But let's not forget about the central line, right? Going from west to east or the other way around across this map, right? pretty much in the center, but the southern side of Miramar is a little bit more empty because we've got more water in play on that side. This plane path will make things a little bit spicy, a lot of congestion around the middle. Positions like Saint Martin, Hacienda, that is quite favored by teams like, let me have a think. HARDSHIFT would go for that. They've made some adjustments through PMCO and they're not scared to take that spot. And the other one would be RESQ. And we have PANDA going back to El Pozo, have seen that again and again. UDR Killers going for Monte Nuevo drop. QATAR Force will head towards Valdemar. No contest there. Unicorns of Love, Intramasera, the favorite spot. GS Europe heading towards the eastern outskirts of Los Leones. And in Los Leones, RESQ actually just grabbing that spot since it's empty. A La Bandita split by Team UMBRA, and not easy to control these spots, but if they know the strength of this position and split, they can get a lot of information, choking a lot of spots, teams on rotation as well. Another split from Game Lord is similar along that main road there. And we have the circle going slightly more towards the northern side, and a lot of teams will be trying to go towards that spot as well. LMV on the eastern main road, BS with Puerto Paraiso, and that congestion around Hacienda del Patron is currently existing, and that is Be My Loot with one early kill, and that is Andy trying to bring a little bit more support to this. Salazar on the backside there, but they're trying to single out the side of RBS. They already lost one. The second one gets knocked. RBS not potting up and surviving the pressure in this caliber of lobby so far. Clouds need to rotate even further. Goldie Aspie in chat. What do you think of RBS? First team out in game 1, losing 2 early in game 2, and you know, of course, they may show some potential, but they need to prove so much further. And duos winning games after losing too early is not impossible. I've seen those before. So defeat is in the Hacienda del Patron area with a 2-2 split, I believe, and with San Martin held by SCRIMFARM. To the north of that, we have HARDSHIFT holding that spot. Picardo Hill split held by the Southeastern Stars, and they may just get to pinch the full team of Power Grid. Very interesting. Not enough loot for a full team in that position, but they would just hold it regardless. And the HARDSHIFT with a big 1-3 split. Sponge is just on the other side. Now holding Graveyard, no one around though. Royal Knights in Impala. And we'll see how they rotate further. We know LMV from the past getting a lot of strengths in playing the top right part of the map. If you give them an ending around Junkyard and El Asaha, they usually don't struggle to take some good finishes in games like that in Miramar. GSG will need to rotate in, of course, and can be pretty tricky with teams like Unicorns also in the area, and RESQ obviously won that game 1 as well. And needs to see how this works. The last 2 players for RBS can definitely hear the car sounds from Be My Loot, and they will just be cruising straight through, and they will hear those gunshots, and that is RBS. Something that you probably don't want to do. If Be My Loot thinks those are the last 2 players, they can just set up a really good pinch and take this 4v2 easily. And that is Andy holding this spot for now. Will drop Dane as the overlook with not a lot of loot though, so may not be the easiest pinch if they want to play this. But Andy is in position already. Clown Klaus is trying to get more position into this building, and will continue to watch that other side. But the teammate of Be My Loot, actually, Henty, choked around this position. They want to make it closer to the main compound of Hacienda del Patron, but the team of defeaters are already there. And that would Be My Loot losing one early, and Andy with the rest of the team will continue to rotate further. Caster hold that down for himself. The other 2 players are all the way in Cruzabel. Oh, this can be interesting. Gamelock with this split actually got a Jumasera Church control before the team that likes dropping there, which is Unicorns of Love. And this can be very strong. Very, very strong. And with this 360 view and elevation to control all that area, can maybe catch some teams rotating out of Los Leones if they first want to go through this main road before heading north. And this can be interesting as well. Loki, by his lonesome, this team that picked up 2 old players of Bloodline is now on top of Destiny. I talked about Power Grid not being a very good place for a 4 team, and they're now going to take this 3v3. Destiny with a trio as well, they have to make it work, and they know that they are not experienced compared to the rest of the lobby. Look at that defensive angle. Really big mistake there. Loki just take it like it's the easiest kill ever. And that is 2 knocked already. The last one is still giving away footsteps. I am going to be harsh on this. I've been casting at that level, and he's just jumping out to challenge that. The Tommy gun is not enough, and that's Destiny UK out at 18th place. Not what we want to see, guys. Not the way to play these compounds when you're in it first. Just stop moving. Wait for your enemies to make a mistake. You know what? Maybe the side of Eastern Stars will be able to play this differently. The difference is their position is known. UDR wants to come in to capitalize on this fight, and that is the 2-2 split from Ulysses leading the charge, the side of Pocus splitting on the other side. With Sebi will slowly push in once again, show them these rich lines, may be able to make the Southeastern Stars have a taste of their own medicine. Loki showing maybe Destiny how it's done, just looping out first, getting a little bit more information using this crate, but third person peek might be sufficient from UDR to maybe put a nade in. Loki continue to move and maneuver around. Red Zone on top of them as well. And that is also Yumi losing her life on that one. And that is RBS gone as well, I believe. So we talked about the caliber of play, and of course we also, with some PMPL teams, not confirming, we have 1 or 2 teams like these 2 who lost their life early to try to have a taste of this level, and both of them out already. Not a good night so far. And this can be just be a bit of a standoff. Let's keep an eye on that minimap as well. But you know what? Aethys is not scared to make something happen. Yumi is now revived. Ulysses is holding still with the lady. I'm sorry if that is not the Yumi I know, but Aethys says, I want a little bit more. Ulysses protects the teammate, will be able to get a pretty easy finish unless Fury are in position to trade, but that is not the case. It's now a 3v4 situation. Octavian is going for a flank to stop this push, and that could be very good, but Ulysses is actually out of sightline, so they may just be able to pinch further in. Have a look at that face. One still, a lot of teams in good position already. You know what, let's bring ourselves over to Game Lord, because that is some crazy fight maybe, and Perex has lost his life for the side of UMBRA as well, and this is Game Lord taking 3. And that is it for BS, and that is Black Sparks actually not holding it down, unfortunately, around this La Bendita area. This is interesting. I will put my eyes onto you know what, Cat is has so many rename cards, and he's now back to being called Unicorns of Love Cat, and they are now facing another team also strong from the Europe scene. GSG Europe is there with a bit of a split. Stes with the off angle actually has been lost, so that is a 3v4 situation. Agon leading the charge, taking more information from on up front, I should say, to that, slowly maneuvering, trying to get an opening on that nade. Once that's done, it would be sweet, but there is also Fresh trying to stop that peak from coming through. And this is a really great split by Unicorns because they just stop all the possible flanks coming out from GSG. Lau can rotate in safely through this open field, and Fresh will stop all the flanks coming through that main road as well. So that is some little bit of game analysis coming from yours truly. And Fresh will slowly rotate even further. We will have the phase to circle pretty much centered up one, just placing Los Leones out, Junkyard out, and El Pozzo, of course, a team like Panda who's been fragging like crazy in a lot of these like tournaments so far. Bringing that momentum still, still in top form after PMCO, after taking the second place in Europe Wildcard. And Endelito actually made the wider rotation, and that will be GSG Europe actually making it work. And Fresh just wants to finish it with a punch as well, and that is not going to happen for GSG. No pickup there. Des is dead. The issue is, right, for this spot now held by these really good teams, is volatile. If they need to move out, if they stay too long, I should say, they lose some priority, wasting time or burning time holding here, right? They can't make it to that plateau. Picardo, like, they don't get to see that now, but the third party is here. Waiting very still. Look at that spray. Synced shots from RESQ is here to destroy the dreams of GSG. They want to say that 60 quid is ours. The Mini 14, double Mini 14, in fact, will not allow. And Tuda needs to rotate further. Blood with a little bit of a side angle. And this is RESQ just sending it in. The backstab is happening. Lau's too far to get picked up as well. Tuda need to know his limits in this position and may be able to put some work in, but they are down to only 2 players up and is not going to be easy. And Ulysses, look, what? Okay, that fight's finally concluded. We just completely missed that. UDR turned out to be able to grab that one, and Endelito is the last one sending for GSG Europe as well. A lot of top teams falling, UDR killers holding it strong. Let's head over there then. But you know what? Another very interesting one. We love this plateau. We love this hillside. We always talk about the control in here. How to have the best split. And that is Swave. Look at that reflex and just completely destroy SCRIMFARM in this really key area. Control. UMBRA holds down the center zone really, really well. Game Lord now basically in front of Unicorns of Love. Ked leading his way in and will be able to find some shots with that Scar L, trying to land some more pain. Akashi is there. They are on this other side of this Picardo bowl. And Endelito is still in there as well. That is the last... Is that him? Yes, he is still in this area. And that won't be easy for him. He has to be an absolute god. Almost need to have scripts and cheats on to get out of this. I shouldn't say that, because we know Endelito very well. He is such a strong fragger. And it's now for him to show that if he's got utilities, it's now or never. But all those time choked in that open, that prolonged fight would burn down resources so quick. So now he's just pinched in between that. And look at Alamos just scouting away for Game Lord already, leaving 3 behind to maybe just hold this bowl. And RESQ got those kills. We'll hear some gunshots for sure. And knowing RESQ, they're not scared to take this fight. So maybe the Unicorns need to be very aware of what's happening behind them. And then we end up on that western edge, and we also have Royal Knights basically on top of Be My Loot here. The 2 PMCO UK teams meet again, both missed out on the chance to go to PMPL Europe West. Be My Loot, the 5th place for PMCO UK. Royal Knights to 11th place. The trial player now pinched behind that rock, but they have a decent formation and they can maybe hold this down. But it's off angle upon off angle, like I always like to say. Royal Knights don't have Simba no more. Be My Loot don't have Henty no more. It's a 3v3 on this northeastern edge, I should say. And that is actually Royal Knight with the opening. And Dane can't use that position no more. Neuer will just try to challenge this one, but Starboy can be there to trade. Cable knows that as well. The comms is there for them. Meanwhile, Endelito from GSU Europe falls at 13th place. Neuer is known. His position is given away. Just need to slowly maneuver past, and that they didn't quite cook well, and that is also Neuer buying time for Andy to strike from the side. Cable needs to think whether to take this revive or not. Starboy is key here with the overload, but was not able to provide some more shots. That mini 14, the ridge line is just enough. He cannot fall here. If they do, they will just get pinched. The last two players still trying to think and proceed with that revive. MX get picked up. Cable will just hold that down for now. The heal has come through. It's now officially a 2v3. Let's get some information onto that zone as well. It will go towards Power Grid and this plateau area. Pretty hard shift one going towards the southwestern side. Too much movement there from Neuer, getting out of the protection from that ridge, and especially with Starboy across as well. That is a movement that you can't make. The weak side awareness was non-existent in that one skirmish and play. Andy is the last one standing for Be My Loot, and this is Royal Knight showing them maybe we can be a better team, considering this UK scene still being very, very new. The clock is ticking though. Another 1,200 meters to go, and that is Starboy just needing to do that with that flank. They will clean up that fight, and now needing to rotate in. Not going to be an easy one. Look at the congestion around this southeastern edge. UMBRA once again holding that position. Now get information. The 4x barrel from Mihi trying to put some pain into the Unicorns. Now stuck in that low ground. Game Law is trying to join that action as well, but they've got options because Akashi and Victor is on the other side. They can go wide, but it's not going to be the best spot either, because UMBRA has that beautiful split to stop all these players from coming up to this high ground. So Unicorns of Love need to use their experience, use some utilities, use some Overwatch, maybe a little bit of bait for someone to first drive off, and the others to take down Mihi if he peeks too far. In center zone though, we've got a nice split from defeaters around those dips to the east side of Power Grid, and Unicorns of UDR Killer, I should say, still holding those hills strong, and the new control coming in from the QATAR Force squad in the main Power Grid. Not going into those compounds though, and we can really comprehend that, and that is just the landscape of that place. And Mihi just say, don't you dare use that car, I will pop some tires. And the full squad of Unicorns actually wanting to rotate out that way, but Mihi maybe doesn't have his best loadout there. And if he had, not me, maybe I'm not good enough, but it's 4 times full spray, you know, that could be some sweet things. And the Unicorns will actually just rotate back into Picardo, you know, just loot up a little bit more, and we don't disagree with that for sure. PANDA will play that northern control. HARDSHIFT is holding that plateau from the St. Martin Hill, and they should be able to get some info onto Royal Knights. Going on this main road should be pretty punishable, but they really need to be in position to pick up those audio cues. And so it will slow down for now, and that is some shots sending up because Sponge has found some angles. They know Royal Knights are there, and they need to see how to do this. They can get out rotated because the circle continues to go towards the western side. We have UDR Killers holding in the dead center. We have QATAR Force maybe farming all those teams trying to enter from that right side of the minimap. And LMV once again will be able to thread the needle and get very little resistance so far, but they won't be doing that comfortably, because in a matter of seconds, I believe this full squad of Pandas will come in to contest that. And also really interested to see how HARDSHIFT make this work, just because they arguably has the most consistent placement points in the PMCO UK, and when they're under pressure of split like that or circle like that, they may find their ways to rotate through. But let's hold that thought, because Panda will first clash with the Royal Knights before going into the circle, and this is LMV maybe coming in to capitalize on that. Talon is already on the hunt, and 2 of the Panda players are slowly bleeding out. Yes, is going to be revived by K2, but that will not be the easiest one. And look at Sponge and from HARDSHIFT trying to control that ground as well. Royal Knights will lose that 1 player, and they will get their 4th kill. Down to 2 players, still need to rotate further. HARDSHIFT hears all those gunshots, and they are just trying to control further. Sponge with the anchor spot, need to rotate slightly further in. Not easy though. That is so bold in this compound. We know Power Grid, how can we do that? And he just loses his function as the anchor point player, and the rest of the HARDSHIFT squad need to rotate further. The patience has been rewarded for QATAR Force, and they hold it down still. And Lotus and Hartman need to go even further, maybe rotate around, but Panda is slowly coming in. And UD are also trying to put some pain into Umbra, who's trying to rotate upon them. So many clashers right now. Where do we watch? Let's go to Rescue, because they fragged out hard in that game 1, and they still got the full squad with that 3 kills so far, trying to control what's above them. Team Umbra in there. Unicorns is coming in to join this fight. Every team needs to hold this down. Blood needs to know how he can frag this out. Coyote is here to control. Unicorns with 2 sending it in. Cat and Fresh leading the way. 2 to stay behind to maybe trade whoever's trying to peek too far. And Gamelot is in here as well. Rescue is making a really good move. They just want to take the control on one side for now. And look at the play zone being so painful. And with some maybe some shots from Rescue as well, they just go down. Too far to crawl either. Rescue is really good in this. They pulled away from that. They don't want to engage in more than 1 fight. And the Unicorns actually finish Umbra right there. And that is them ending at 10th position. Unicorns will lose 2, but they will continue to stay in this game. But this rotation will be really hard. The shift once again go over to UDR Killers. The other entry spot now there for LMV on the northern edge. Rescue pulled away from that and will maintain the full squad after taking 4 kills. Panda is gone. The really good wipe from QATAR Force will use Power Grid for as long as possible. Will get an easy entrance from the top right part of the circle as well. Rescue need to slowly send their way in, and they are on this edge already. Gamelord also found a good control on that same side. Unicorns will need to come in as a duo, and the defeated squad is actually stronger this game. 2 kills right now, made it to top 7. They need to know the absolute limits of their ridgeline, etc., and just to hold it even longer. Watson first to clear some spots, and that is Gamelot clashing with Rescue. Coyote tried to scout, but he got found. Gamelot is landing some beautiful shots right now. Akashi is slowly moving in as well, but you know what, Rescue also got a good spot, but they can be stabbed by Unicorns from behind. So those smokes to preemptively deploy is just the thing that you need to see by these top squads. And Wild alone is by his lonesome trying to take down Cat, and that's Unicorns trying to come in. Fresh knows that information. Cat's further rotate. Blood has taste of blood in his mouth. He wants to punish, and that is them actually making this a living hell for Unicorns when they face the pressure from both Defeaters and Rescue. Coyote is gone, but look at Rescue, so strong. QATAR Force also looking down this way. Defeaters didn't make that work for them, but Gamelot is trying to come in for the flank. Hyper get the information, using that smoke, trying to hold it down even further. Wild alone is pulling that nade. If they can get an opening knock, they can control this well. Scary. Beautiful nade by Rescue, and that is another one. Maybe Wild alone still holding this one. Victor needs to frag out quick right now. With that little bit of a dip, they have 40 seconds to go. They may just have to go on foot. Rescue lands another one. Victor's the last one standing. Rescue and want to finish this one. Maybe they don't know the numbers advantage. They're playing it safe for now. One to take that. That is just spot on accuracy with the throwables. Hyper is trying to finish this one, but they can just be a little bit more patient. Meanwhile, they need to shift away, though that nade is a little bit scary. Is that a smoke or a nade? And that is why Alone now pushing in. They need to clear this. Victor needs to be there to hold it down. With the Tommy gun in hand, he tried to phase that push, but he will get one knock, and maybe the second. The answer is no. But the 2 knock is brilliant. This is not enough time for them. That is RESQ making it be very, very proactive. Need to drop those meds now. Defeaters actually took that time to stab them from the side. Hyper is by his lonesome. With 6 first aid, they can maybe grab some more kills, but look at the congestion in here. Let's not forget about UDR. They held the spots for so long. The third party and everything in here. And that is LMV out at 5th. UDR 2 not right now, lending 9 kills so far. QATAR Force with that position, with the dips, can make it work. They can out-rotate the side of UDR. Both of these teams don't have the circle. The full team of Defeaters are still in. It's 3 full squads right now. And that is Defeaters maybe needing to send more to this ridge lines to further gatekeep this. I don't like this if they don't use it. Look at these dips here. They've got full information. They need to scout further to get that info and use those to their advantage. This is a game for them to win only if they are proactive. QATAR Force can maybe just send someone in, but Defeaters are in position to punish. Let's look at the ridge lines right now and see maybe what they're losing out on. One smoke, go into the smoke and scout, take that ridge, then UDR is out, if they know how to play it. But they just want to hold this really patiently, and UDR will have that chance to come in. Caster maybe just allow them to come into that position and try to support and spray them down from further maybe. Anas almost get knocked there. Defeaters continue to put pressure down. Still a 4v4v4. And UDR is making some work done, and this is exactly what they need, choking out the sidelines of Defeaters so that they can send down, but Halls is there to kill one, and that is Sebi actually made it work, and that is going to be such a crazy one. UDR's the last 2 is still up there, slowly coming up, and will be choked by the blue maybe, and that is Sebi with the entry point taken away. They will need to rely on that heal. The last 2 is there. No, that answer is no. Yumi goes down as a 4v4 between QATAR Force and the sort of Defeaters. They need these points. Both of these teams shown a lot of strength, at least in PMCO. They need to make another one work. Take this one away from my pocket, but the first knock come through onto Caster. And the other side is still strong, and it's going to be another one onto Defeaters. They need to take the 4v2. The side angle is strong, and let's take another one. The last guy standing is Salazar, and that is the numbers advantage. It's go time for QATAR Force, but they just send one in, and that will be enough. And they will take this game to chicken dinner. And as I yell my way through this game, they take a 26-point game, 11 kills. And a chicken dinner. Defeaters put up a good fight with 8 kills and a 2nd place finish. UDR Killers held that center pretty well, got that circle, and was able to make it to 3rd place with 9 kills. RESQ made it work when it's not on their side, and 4th position with 8 kills, so still really high up that leaderboard. LMV once again in the top part of the leaderboard for this game, but didn't find a kill, unfortunately. So they've only got 2 kill points so far from last game, but they've already gotten themselves 18 placement points. So maybe they need to adjust the styles a little bit to this lobby to just show their gun skills. Victor with 4 kills, or the 4 kills for Game Lord, which took the 6th place. Unicorns with the 7th place finish with 4 kills. PANDA went out at 8th with 3 kills. UMBRA with the 9th place finish need to go further. This team that will be playing in PMPL not having the best placement so far in 2 games, but we all know what they can do. The history of these players are strong. HARDSHIFT with a 10th place finish with 2 kills. Royal Knights 11th place with 4. Be My Loot 3 kills at 12th place. GSG Europe went out at 13th with no kills. 1 kill for SCRIMFARM before going out at 14th. Eastern Stars put up a good fight, 3 early kills but out at 15th. BS with no kills, 16th place. RBS and Destiny both with no kills and are at the bottom of this game too. And that will be it for now, and we will see you all in game 3 where we head back to Sanok, where the blue zone is absolutely brutal, but these players are not going to make it easy for each other as well as they spray each other down. We'll see all of you in a matter of 10 minutes. Hello? Hello, friends. Look at these noisy boys. This wouldn't stop in it. My god. How's everyone doing? 2 crazy games so far, right? And we are ready for some more action. Back to the jungle of Sanhok, where Tarzan is born, basically. So I love Sanhok. To play, I think in the past I quite like it. But, you know what? Yep. Yep. I agree.
Where is Clown? Where is Clown?
Where is Clown? I don't know, but what we have is 18 full teams in this map. With this playing path and the fact that it's Sanhok, it allows teams to go to wherever they want. Okay, maybe Sami is just about okay and Bantai, but should be no problem. So we just need to focus on one thing. Drop spots, how they find out enemies' parachutes, and know how to plan their rotation routes based on that, right? So we have the Hartins drop coming from HARDSHIFT. UMBRA will play that coastline, the top left part of the map, really, on the northwestern island, and we see quite a few good teams on this northwestern island that may cause a little bit of a clash early. Be My Loot will play that 2-2 pinch. In the middle is Destiny, but GSG will go back to boot camp, and let's not miss that because they are facing QATAR Force, a first seed in one of the PMCO regions, and the beautiful one come again. Lao, what the hell? The double knock. The S12K is strong. One confirmed, the other one is to be punched to death, and that is GSG with the upper hand. But one return not onto Kamara, and that is still Yusuf and Shaolin still holding it down. But 5 bandages is all he has, and that will also give away some audio cues, although very, very quiet. Not an easy one. GSG will just take their time, grab that revive, and then know that there's still at least one noisy boy right on top on that roof. Yusuf's not scared to run around still, and they just want to take this fight. Always wonder what the mentality is for teams to drop in a position like boot camp, and Destiny was stuck in the middle between the Be My Loot, 2 duos, right? But they are not scared to just push one as a 4, and that is them maybe using that early information very, very well. And this may be a little bit boring, like, because we know at high tier plays they don't want to give that footstep away, so this may just die down for a little bit. Game Lord holding that junction compound to the west of Paradise Resort, and we also have some clash everywhere. Kampong UDR Killers, we have Royal Knights. Actually, let's watch them. You know, like, we talked about how they may not be the strongest team, but they want to prove me wrong. 2 kills so far, and they are ready to take more. Loki needs to hold us down, but that is another not coming through. Octavia's too far to do anything, but Royal Knights may slip if they didn't hold this well, but the third party comes through on the other side of the map. Sorry about that. Rescue with the long-range spray down will just decimate the side of Destiny. They try to hold that, and that's Andy just trying to find the rest of them. With that, oh my lord, just take that kill already! And that is Be My Loot trying too hard on that one, but doesn't matter who tried harder. It was Destiny. The full squad pushing in against the duo and actually didn't make it work, and that is only Andy gone. And I don't even think Royal Knights got not Royal Knights, sorry, Destiny. They actually got that 1 kill, and now Be My Loot is here against RESQ again. They are old friends, at least face each other quite enough times in PMCO UK. And that is a brilliant one coming from RESQ. To the rescue of Blood, but too far to support. That is probably them being a goner. Wait. Hold up. I'm so mad right now. I missed out on a 2v3. QATAR Force is a group of beasts. Or should I say GSG's just played that too risky? They want to finish that one, but they just got 2v4'd. Oh my god. Well, with all that action, let's hope that we don't miss any again. Speaking of that, BS is on the face of defeaters, I think. 2 not on each team, maybe 2 on defeaters. And look at Chills, having no chills right now, just pushing straight for it. 1 not, 1 gone, and he's just pushing all the way up. And with the low ground pushing up as well, very easy for the side of defeaters to just take these kills. Not the way we want to see it, boys. Come back stronger next game. Defeaters with the high ground third person peak just don't need to give one sound. Just watching them run up the hill like that, waiting for the side of BS, I believe, to make a mistake, and that is them out at 15th place. Seeing some mistakes so far in tonight's lobby, especially in this particular part here. And we saw Royal Knights having issues maybe a bit earlier, but still holding strong. But the other team that still need yet to get a point, really, maybe. RBS might have gotten 1 kill point last game, but it went out pretty early on, and they are now on the face of LMV to stop the rotations coming from the other side. Perks is going to bleed out, I think. Yes, a bit too far for the side of Japan. And Death Boy to support. Beautiful Paradise Resort split by Unicorns of Love. They just need to find the best time to strike for whoever they can find. Defeaters will continue to use that card to rotate. Gamelot dedicates themselves to that coast compound. With 4 teams on the northwestern island, this can be a very interesting one. 40% water circle though, going to the northern side, and this is the type of circle that if you have numbers advantage, you may want to split to both north and south of that Tatmok road, because crossing there can be really tricky, and they just need to be prepared for any hard shift. If it goes north, they go to Tatmok and kill people on the south. If it ever comes back to this side, they can at least have 2 players to secure the cross coming back to this southern part close to Paradise Resort. And the Death Boy still trying to make something work for LMV, but will get knocked. RBS actually holding this down against a pretty good team, and with that flush coming through as well. Talents is knocked as well. RBS want to prove all of us wrong for telling them that they are not good enough. It's not the case. 2 games, big frags, why not? Good experience anyway. And we will see this shift coming in very soon. And with the congestion on that northwestern island still, it can be really tricky if they ever have to cross. HARDSHIFT on the face of UMBRA. UMBRA slowly rotating in. Not too bad for them. They can at least hold down for a little bit while. But that is the last player of LMV needing to make it work. Lady, good luck. You will need it. But you know what? I think it's just going to be really spicy. And Duty are rotating out of Kampong still. Finding players of Royal Knights still hanging around Lakawi. And that is them losing another player, I believe. And there's just no fear coming from Ulysses, just sending all in, and with the beautiful pinch, forcing them onto the other side. Ulysses will finish that one. Last one standing is Simba. They did have a squad wipe before going out though. If they can survive for 2 more places, they will get at least 1 placement point, and down when goes down, Japan is out. And that is still going to be a very interesting zone. Quite quiet in the middle, and I think the congestion will be on this northwestern island. HARDSHIFT took the initiative to maybe cross over first. That is much needed. I think the side of HARDSHIFT may need to consider having someone to touch the shore first before the last one on the northwestern island jump in. Because if they don't have anyone there, then we can't secure, you know, the landing of these fishies, and then the side of UMBRA can just strike from behind. But Be My Loot and Rescue is the other 2 teams on the island. Rescue still actually holding those positions very patiently, so don't know what the plan is. Just being very careful. Want to clear all the teams so that they can enter, I guess. So Be My Loot still in this one. Actually getting 4 kills after all of that, right? Killing 1 of Rescue, I believe, and 3 of Destiny. Just using Rescue to help them take some knocks as they finish those kills. Gamelot has a really good split, right? Guys, let's have a look at this. Lecture time. Strong coastal compound, right? Victor and Akashi. What's the problem of that compound? It's to coming back down. If they need to come back down through this open ground, if they lose control in these two compounds, they just can't. They would just be sprayed from every side. There could be teams controlling the north side of the road as well. So having this 2-2 split will maintain information fragging ability to all the crosses from Northwestern Island. Also allow Victor and Akashi to at least run back to Monzos and Robs if they ever need to come back through that next shift. So that is just some PUBG 101. 2-2 splits is not just distance between players. You need to know why. And that is Rob's trying to stop some rotations, maybe finding some angles onto the last two players of QATAR Force. I mean, they fragged enough tonight. The clutch of 2v4 against GSG Europe. Lau, if you're watching, I'm sorry, brother. I love you, but that was just not the way we want to see it. I missed it though. Maybe it's just them playing well, not you guys choking. You know. I'll see you in the next one. RESQ though, try to come in, spending too much time to approach this one, but we understand why it's just why they're a little bit skeptical coming into the shoreline. Like if Be My Loot's watching and are in this exact area, they were just sprayding them as they crossed. But Coyote have some shoreline for now, and they should be able to grab a little bit of time resource, and they just need to plan further. You know, we're close to the center, actually a very empty zone so far. A lot of early action, probably just because there's nothing like PMCO, I guess. And the next circle will continue to center over here, so Rescue can at least play the small islands, I guess, because Game Law is there to control. They can go a little bit wider, maybe along the shoreline, then come back in through the bridge, but may not be empty. And this is the type of circle that if you have a spot, you probably don't want to move, and but you need to plan forward to dedicate a 2-2, then maybe to not group off. Okay, I know it sounds weird, but let's explain that idea. Right, QATAR Force, okay, it's hard to use them because they, as an example, because they're down to 2. But let's say the side of SCRIMFARM. Right, they can make a 2-2 split with the numbers advantage, so they can bet onto the next zone to rotate to them. But if they rotate or move later, or move between each other in those 2-2 splits, then it will just get more and more congested as the circle comes in. But their plan is to just control this big rock here with a little bit more elevation, stay as a 4, and that's probably the best one. I should say a better choice compared to these compounds. And using a good formation, just pushing it as a 4 team to clear that and claim that first is just probably one of the best things that you can do. Unicorns of Love will be tested here as the circles continues to close. Need to know the sightlines rotating out of it, as well as how to hold it down if the circle ever ends in Paradise Resort. Defeaters got those 4 early kills now on the face of RBS. Watson with the patience will find a return knock onto RBS. Goldie slowly maneuvering through one knot onto Jin, and they just try to rein in these, and the support is there, and that is Holes being picked up. Defeaters back to a full squad. Question is whether Clown can make it to Jin, but at least they didn't show the rookie mistakes of you know, smoking your teammates and not smoking your path. I mean, we can't expect anything less from this caliber of lobby. Medusa. So the homie comes in to say this is the Asian cat boy. I have no cam right now. Yes, my hair is still not trimmed. No barber. My hair's still messed up, and so yeah, but that was my look for PMCO, right? And SCRIMFARM here may have show us a really good fight between themselves and Pandas, because Pandas are strong. Yes, get not. Yumi is in position to strike, just waiting and waiting. Very, very clear game plan here. The game plan is to just gatekeep, and they will find 2 knocks. Also need to start thinking about the next rotation, but that is just Ked. Wait, is the distance in here? They want to... that is just Unicorns of Love. The pace dictated by one player with the aggression kits just come further back into... like this side, hearing that gunshot, watch straight away, stab Ulysses from the back. And we will have a Paradise Resort finish. Right, so you know what? You can still shift outside of Paradise Resort, but they are in position to farm all these kills and not give any of these teams a chance who still need to rotate in. RBS need to come in. Umbra took the rotation, now ends up on the northwestern side, need to go further as well. Panda is still holding a strong. They've got a car, they've lost Faker, but they can still maybe make it in. And the Unicorns alongside... UDR Killers are going to make this hard, and that is also HARDSHIFT feeling some problems right now. And because we saw their position earlier, we know it's not easy to cross. We talked about them, these areas being controlled by possibly Game Lord, and I need to see how they play this, because they leave 2 up there. The timing of their rotation, the 2 up in the hill, needs to be spot on. The other 2 is already into the circle, grabbing themselves a spot. SCRIMFARM has a game-winning position if it goes towards those rocks, if they know how to split around it, and if they know how to control it. It's going to be spicy. Agon still holding this one. No one goes past Agon as he controls this side. RBS now needing to come in further. Can maneuver from the side of Paradise Resort, maybe. But that is just them slowly coming in. They've got 4 kills so far, so that is good for them. Ked doesn't want to give them any chance, but he has eyes onto the other 2 teams, grabbing more positions right now, hearing the gunshots, also using the Ridge to maybe look at the teams on that side. Umbra now on top of UDR Killers. UDR now in the blue. Last one standing is Sebi. Not going to be an easy one. Mihi, the IGL is not right now. No spot in the circle yet. And that is UDR Killers losing more. Sebi slowly waiting to die maybe. But you know what? I can be proved wrong. But with the experience of Team Umbra, they will not allow anyone to live. They should bear in mind of what's happening behind though, because most of those kills onto UDR is not by Umbra, so the numbers advantage are unclear. And Panda just rotated out of that, actually getting themselves a spot, and then but Perex is not going to live this one. Prolot is split from Mihi and Swave. The control from UL still strong, but that dedication onto one side has allowed the entrance from Defeaters from the other end, but Defeaters have another plan. First, HARDSHIFT needing to cross. I talked about this main road separating Tatbot and Paradise Resort. Very, very hard to cross, and hard to know what's the best thing to do. Spartan is dead, Partman is not. Sponge and Lotus, the last 2 in here, and that is probably not enough. Sponge, but he will land some shots that will just be another bold pre-fire, but the third person peak is strong. Vital finish there, and Lotus is just trying to heal it off. If you can make it to top 7, then that will be more than 1 kill placement point. And look at this one there. Agon is playing right now. Parkour action as they just knock another one. RBS down to 1. But how do they want to play this? They know there's another team that they need to sweep out. And you know what? The next thing is Blue Zone now closing. It actually pushed them out of Paradise Resort. That is fresh already in there. There will be a lot of run and gun as well. Hackshot got an entry for SCRIMFARM as well. They are right there to hunt everyone trying to enter from the same side. Agon will get that one, and then this can be really chaotic. Unicorns of Love don't want to get out rotated by Umbra, but that is fresh, just holding that spot still. The problem with this spot is, hold on, using that nade. Just missed it. The support needs to come in now, and from the side they will find some knocks, and that is a beautiful one with the AK Iron Sight. Caster Can't use that when Watson is knocked as well. Holes don't have enough position on that top there. And then he would just live another day. But for how long is this question? Fresh is coming in with that pre-fire with the AK. Will finish that one. Drop shot trying to make it work. Salazar, the last one standing. Beautiful knock return. Another one. The 1v1. Agon needs to make it work. Agon is there to serve. And that is them taking the 9th kill. The triple knock onto them was rough though. They have a spot. They have 30 seconds. And a lot of players have been falling down to play zones and each other. That is Game Lot actually making it in. Akashi is in here now. Although Knock will get picked up. Game Lot with the brilliant rotations. I talked about the risk of using those compounds and eventually rotating out of it, but they were ready. 2 kills so far. SCRIMFARM will pick up Icy right here. They can come in. The problem is the balance between getting a spot in the circle and clearing out Game Lot on that northwestern side. And you know, there are perks, right? There are perks to using vehicles. Panda get out of that alive and now got a brilliant spot in the center. And what do I say about finding a spot in the circle first and not to tunnel vision? They are just going all out for Game Lot. Pass that info on. Panda is no one to ignore. They are very, very strong team. They win games at trios, duos, no problem there. But Game Lot is down. We are down to 4 strong squads in here, or PMPL teams. We have Unicorns of Love, full squad in here, same full squad for the side of SCRIMFARM. Not scared to strike is Panda. And where's the last guy? Oh, yes, it's also PMPL. And that is Healing Strat coming in strong for this one, but eventually 4v4v3. And the circle goes to the Pandas. And this is why they are so strong. They can double the points of a second place. I'm talking about the whole like cash prize league. I've seen those before, and that is just a force to recognize. And they have a good split as well. Some high ground using ridge lines, rocks, and trees, and I think they can take this one with the split control as well. Unicorns know that they need to take another fight first. Stabbing from the back, the Savage Eggs. SCRIMFARM, Icy needs to hold this down. The pre-fire up the ridge is good from Cat. And that is so many kills. The third one come through. Hackshot is the last one standing. Unicorns hold this down. The game plan is clear, and they just completely remove the side of SCRIMFARM from the lobby. 16 kills right now. What the heck is going on? But they will feel the wrath. The last one standing is actually Agon. Took that time to strike. It's a 1v1 right now. Jonas is on the other side. They know it's a 1v1. Will they even have time to revive this? Agon needs to play this slow. He knows that it might be some snakes in there. He hears the gunshots. It's going to be a 1v1. Look at Jonas taking time to finish some kills. And that is Agon. No! And just made it. Almost made it. They just missed it. Didn't even get 2 kill points. It could have been the craziest win. Agon made it work when 3 was knocked on that south side of Paradise. They were there to make it happen once again, but just missed it. And what did I say about the Pandas? Panda got that chicken dinner with 7 kills. But look at Unicorns of Love. If they took those 2, with the bleed out or whatever, they would have taken 18 kills. But still, how many times, guys, have you had a 16 kill game? Forget about winning it. 16 kills? Crazy. 16 kills, second place is the name of the game for Unicorns coming in strong. Drop Paradise. You know, not everyone can use the zone to their advantage, right? They give you the circle. Yeah, you hold Paradise start, Paradise finish, and still can screw up. They show you how they can control it. 16 kills. SCRIMFARM, 5 kills and a 3rd place finish. QATAR Force with the 5 kills and 4th place finish. Game Lot 2 kills and 5th. HARDSHIFT actually healed up long enough. Lotus took a very precious 4-point placement point for them, and they will have 1 kill in that third game. Defeaters 6 kills and fell out at 7th. UMBRA with the 8th place finish and 1 kill. RBS 9th place with 5 kills, so representing the region and most importantly redeeming themselves after 2 rough games. Be My Loot a 10th place finish with 4 kills. RESQ with 2 and an 11th place, so the strong squad did not show so strong in this game 3. UDR Killers 12th place, and you know what, there's some weakness that we can see as well, like when UDR is trying to put a lot of work onto gatekeeping, sometimes showing some weakness into protecting themselves from the more center part of the circle. So that is them out at 12th place. That was how Ulysses lost his life to the Unicorns. So let me check that one more time. 4 kills for UDR Killers. 13th place we have the Royal Knights with 4 kills. LMV 1 kill at 14th. So Black Sparks with 15th place and no kills. GSG 2 kills by Lau at 16th place. 17th we've got Destiny with 1 kill. Last but not least, unfortunately for the Eastern Stars, at 18th place finish with no kills. Ooh, I'm going to grab some water, guys. Last game is going to be hyped. Don't look away. Join me for the last one. And we are back. Back to the green hills of Erangel. Game 4 of me casting these noisy boys trying to spray at each other before they get to actually do it in this game. Last game, and we will find out who take away that £60 cash prize by taking that top 1 spot. And we will have this Game 4 playing path going from Quarry all the way to that bottom right tip of Yasnaya Poliana. The pretty center playing path here. You know what I want to see is for teams that like to go to Southern Island to see how they maybe fight for those cars close to this western bridge. Because I think that would be the best way in if they still want to go for military base drop, in particular Royal Knights, and the LMV would go back to the comfort drop spot in Primosk. We have adaptation from Qatar Force going to that western side as well. GSG will go back to Quarry. Very comfortable spot for them. UDR will just head back to Pochinki as well. Gatka drop from Sub Unicorns, no surprise there. Rescue needs to go quite far because they like to play those crates on South Georgia Pool. So they need to find a good way in. Blood's probably looking for a vehicle close to Mini Gatka, just down south to those chopsticks. Wild Alone is alone, might be choked between the players of Unicorns of Love. School Rozok drop from the side of Panda. Knowing that it gave them a pretty good finish, they maybe want to come back to this area where game 1 ended. Knowing that Rozok's not claimed as well, they would just hold this spot. UMBRA not scared to head towards the north part of the map because they just wiped HARDSHIFT early in that game 1 as well. And HARDSHIFT knows that there are going to be some contests, and that's what I thought would happen as well. Destiny and Royal Knights both went for military base positions, and Royal Knight will strike first with the opening kill onto Destiny. Priority goes over to Royal Knights if they want to head towards the military base. Farm split from the side of Black Sparks. Be My Loot back to Lipovka. They avoided this area completely in PMCO UK because Lekanostra MVP drops there over and over again. RBS still wants to go to Mills of Power. Round 2 against Eastern Stars, give it to me. I think I would want to see that, especially when they were able to get in there first, and they should drive and scout at the same time for sure, and that's Eastern Stars probably seeing that buggy as well and avoiding the main Mills of Power. So teams are very religious with their spots, and with the tricycle they will get a decent spot right here. More center will take the factory and Milta. SCRIMFARM goes for Yasnaya. HARDSHIFT needs to find a different spot. They need to, there's not enough loot in that position there. Same for Defeaters, but if they split Watertown and go into Ruins, they can still get some loot. Rescue though will rotate through the area very likely, and they may just clash right there. And let's head back to this bit of chaos. Not sure what gun that was. Maybe I'm deaf. Sounds like a revolver to me. R1895. Hate using that gun. Have some fun times playing gun games sometimes, and I hate using that one. But Destiny can be here to maybe punish a few, but I think Shashank probably has absolutely nothing, and yes, that's just a result of trying to contest vehicles with Royal Knights, and Royal Knights will actually take all those cars, take 1 life from Destiny, and will continue to head towards the southern side. The phase 1 circle will go to the bottom right of the map, with a good chunk of the military base island still in play. So the tricky bits might be for all these teams on the northern side to get a place to enter, and the holes went all the way to the squad house. Maybe Rescue will find some on them, but that is blood. Actually losing their life there. Wait, what? Okay, hold on. Yep, so Rescue had blood like basically stuck in Gatka, and he just didn't pull away quick enough. They know this is the field of control by unicorns, and they need to know better. And Destiny now facing the wrath of Tudor, playing this 1v2 basically. No 2v2, the support is here. Destiny lose 2 more, and the last one standing will be their solo down at the Southern Island device. Made that cross and will live for now, but without his 3 teammates, that might be a really, really hard job to pull off. Unicorns though, find multiple players. Gamelock with the adaptation to basically trail behind GSG. Want to scout further to the north side, but will lose 1. Now 2 kills already for Unicorns, killing 1 of Gamelord and 1 of the rescue squad. So 2 strong teams losing 1. Unicorns with the momentum. We saw what they can do just now. 16 kills with the second place. Almost took 19 if they just wiped that one. And HARDSHIFT's next spot is probably Stalber. Go all the way to Kameshki. Can be a plan as well. Slow down that phase 1. Grab all the loot. Just tank phase 1 a little bit. Wait for the edge of that first circle to open up when teams on the edge are rotating. And that could be a good plan for them. You know what though? They might be fighting Umbra because they want Saverni. If I were them, I might be a little bit angry. And they know that their spot has been taken away. So if they continue to control the northern side, maybe they can stop Umbra and can just have that sweet revenge. SCRIMFARM still looting up Yasnaya, and that is this something about positions like Yasnaya Polyana as well as Georgia Pool. The city's so huge, it's so tempting to just continue to loot, and yeah, just want to loot up as much as you can, but that can slow down your phase 1. So if teams really know the positions, the rotation paths out of these main city, and set themselves up early, they can actually make something work. But seems like the side of HARDSHIFT wants to take this revenge after all. Not caring about the rotation yet. Lotus come in with only 5 bandages and mostly level 1 gear. Level 2 vest will be much needed. He will continue to run and run until he makes it to this ridge. And HARDSHIFT's plan is pretty clear. They want to take a 4v4. This is time to study as well. That will be 1 found, and that is Lotus actually missing that opportunity. The 4x scope is a bit too big, but he maybe didn't expect this one there, so he can be just pinched right here. Umbra, if they had the vehicle resources, the big flank can come through, and that is exactly what Miki is doing. It's going to be off angle upon off angle. Sponge have to make this work now, and that is also Hardman and Spartan needing to strike from that side, and that is Sponge trading for the side of HARDSHIFT. Miki needs to be held down right now. The 2v2, that will be a spray down. Hardman drove a bit too close. Spartan paid for that. The plan to have that sweet revenge has been unsuccessful so far. And this is just a time to maybe pull away, but they might have heard Hardman stopping his buggy as well. Prolots is here to just finish this business. Vehicle rendering distance, important piece of knowledge. Knowing when to stop on rotation, etc. is important. Perex is really low on health. Maybe the off angle from the other side has been making it slightly harder. It's a nade off right here. Prolot against Hardman. Phase 1 circle is still just slow, so we get to see a lot more. QATAR Force can come in. It will be very, very interesting. Just missed out on that one. Prolog took that one. HARDSHIFT down to 1 early in this game. Seems like UDR likes to play this, and I'm not trying to spoil them for PMPL, but they love this spot so much after looting up Pachinki that they actually lose ground in the more center parts. And if there's a team like Unicorns of Love coming into these barn houses, and that might be just the reason why. Might be a lesson for UDR killers to not take this spot anymore. They will clash in PMPL. and they don't want that, and they don't want to lose their lives early. But you know who goes out first on that bottom left of the map? That is LMV out, and HARDSHIFT will end the night early as well. So that is 2 squads hang out around this area, and QATAR Force takes that squad wipe. SCRIMFARM will need to find some ground as well as they rotate out of Yasnaya into the mansion area. Will find 1 kill onto Be My Loot, and Be My Loot needs to continue to just rotate away, and that is an important discipline there to do some damage control. Royal Knights still relying on that military base. A lot of loot for them is the next shift that would dictate the pace of the game, and will force them to make some game plans out of the island probably. And that clash between the side of RBS and Eastern Stars eventually wouldn't happen around Milta. And the GSG fans are still strong in this one. Gave some strict comments like I always do. We saw them lose that 4v2 earlier, but look at when you've got the fan base, you just keep going, right? Experience will prevent you from choking, or I should say, you know, choking, or to be stuck in a slump. A lot of teams can bounce back, and a lot of top teams are defined by that. Gamelot, meanwhile, lost Victor and Akashi, 2 very key players for the Gamelot squad, and the one who actually made it hell for them is the last player of Destiny UK. Device, the last one standing, basically in the past 10 minutes. It's just still holding this one now at 1v2, and that patience there at least got them 1 kill. Gamelot lost 1 earlier, by the way, to the Unicorn, so it's just 1 kill by Device right here. And this is a spicy circle, indecisive between the main island and the southern island. Let's watch Device play this out. Footsteps definitely given away. Gamelot knows there's at least 1, and with that vaulting out as well, Device did not punish Robs for that. And it's just really quick swing as well. The reflex is there. The gun skill was supreme. And this is a good split by the side of Eastern Stars, keeping some control to the more Milta side. Either side of this main road, as well as Octavian trying to get info for whoever went to the southern island. And that also may be some clash before reaching that eastern bridge, because QATAR Force don't want to brute through that main island coastline, right? So they just went for that southern island. I like that rotation, and they will avoid this type of clash right now, as we see the side of Chills will need to just lose his life. Banger have more problems right now, losing his vehicle stuck behind the hay bale, and that could be a ticking time bomb position, because the Unicorns will come in with their fragging power to just overlook this. Controlling one of the very key farm compounds, they will just hold the spot for now. But that will stop them from taking some kills from GSG. And let's bring ourselves over to GSG as well, because they're trying to stop the rest of Gamelot coming out. Robs is the last one standing, so that will be maybe conclusive. It's not easy to rotate out of here, especially if UDR just want to clean out this fight. Kill feed awareness maybe would be the important thing. If they had an eye on there, they should know that Gamelot is 1 up. Aegon rotate even further, want to take out Banger. Now Aegon, with that control into these compounds, will want to further the control with the 2-2 split. Unicorns is here to show even more skills in this lobby. Royal Knights actually made it through. Octavian pulling away from that bridge actually caused them to lose that opportunity, but Cable is dead, so they actually have strike pretty well, and Loki's trying to bait more shots, but no one's there to trade for now. But they will find the spot and position of MX here, so I take back my comment. Maybe Eastern Stars just know exactly what they need to do. At least they push them to split, and they have stopped them from going any further. The white rotation is slowly coming in. Fury going for that coastline, for that big flank. Just need to know the limits of that ridge line. The circle is still young, but every team has found a spot in the circle already. Fury is being found. He cannot get knocked here. If not, that side angle would just be done. I think the best way is to just keep a 360 view so that they don't get stabbed from behind, and then they just need to know how much they want to invest into pinching the last 3 players of Royal Knights, because this position is so strong. If they ever lose this and get stabbed from Milta, that would be quite some troubles for them. Octavian still trying to come from the side, and yeah, you need your character can't even, if characters can go to the gym and boost some, you know, leg strength to jump further and stuff like that, that would be a very interesting aspects of the game. But let's go back to UMBRA as well. Big issues right now as they face some pressure from SCRIMFARM, and that is just SCRIMFARM finishing one more. So UMBRA down to Perex, and then SCRIMFARM took a clean team fight, 4 team kills right now, and UMBRA with the last one standing from that watchtower. Just need to not peek their buddy, I think. And the SCRIMFARM continues to control, but they know the numbers advantage, and that is just what they need to do. Sending 2 on the same buggy, taking the 1v2, the 2v1, but Perex says otherwise. He can maybe frag this, and he took them out 1v2. The cover fire from Icy was not enough there, and maybe just dropped down, didn't peek that one, and that would still be Perex taking 2 more kills from SCRIMFARM. Mistakes been made. SCRIMFARM will need to learn from that one. The Overlook can't slip in that, and they want to do a round 2 2v1 maybe. Defeaters may have other thoughts to stop that from happening. EA eventually just wiped the start of Royal Knights, so the pinch eventually comes in, and that will put Eastern Stars to 4 kills right now. Everyone's got a spot in the circle, just need to wait for the next one. GSG also went for that Southern Island rotation to avoid some congestion there, but UDR still hold that spot for so long. Unicorns out-rotated them. They were there to just grab 1 or 2 more kills, and they need to go further. Wait for the zone. It will go to the main island with some shelter grounds in play. Lumber is on that edge as well. The North Farm Plateau is really, really strong in this one. Farm compounds can be strong too, but you will have a lot of teams looking at you if it continues to go to the northern side. PANDA knows these spots. PANDA is strong. I think they just go straight for that plateau that I talk about on the North Farm, and RESQ may be contesting that as well, coming through from the Potato Hill. And these teams on the southern side need to come through now, and just timing it well. Defeat is also trying to find a good spot, and who knows? It's all about map knowledge. It's about pacing, communication, knowing sweet spots, as well as making shot stops to scout efficiently. RBS been asking me to give them comments or my, you know, thoughts on this team, and you know what, action speaks better. This is them on top of Be My Loot, a team that they would face if RBS actually qualified for PMCO UK, and yeah, they have not, so I haven't seen them play enough. So this playstyle is not distinct yet to me. And this is Noya just by his lonesome trying to hold down the trio of RBS. And that is Henty trying to make a flank, but will fall short. RBS is ready to take out that off angle. So beautiful knock right there. So Noya is pinched right now. Be My Loot lost one early. It's just going to be a 2v3. Noya needs to hold this one, need to pre-fire the Uzi in hand is strong, don't peek too far buddy, because this goal Goldie is there. That's exactly what he needs to do. And RBS come in strong in this one. The pickup will be there though. Then Andy will try to quickly put this to work. 2 buggies not in cover. So that could be RBS showing us what they can do. GSG as well, trying to fight. 6 kills over to QATAR Force so far. Yosef is gone. Charlene is not. GSG is still in this one. Kamara is dead. And that is GSG dead as well after 3 kills. Didn't get those placement points, unfortunately. We are entering this 8th place to 12th place, 1 placement point range right now, and that will be such an important fight. 9 kills right now for QATAR Force. We saw them playing really strong in tonight's lobby. With this circle as well, they get all those loot. They can still slowly come in from the southern side, and look at Eastern Stars not wanting to risk anything, continuing to hold the southern edge. Defeaters with the 2-2 split, 2 main compounds to the southwestern side of shelter. Nothing new there. RESQ took that OP dip. Still farm control coming from Unicorns, and on that western farm we have the Unicorns of Love. Let's see RBS, right? Because they want to take these 2 kills, maybe. They took 1 earlier. They just want to capitalize on this, chasing down the last 2 players of Be My Loot. It's not a bad idea, as long as they can keep preparing for the next shift, potentially coming in. And Andy just needs to be so patient right now. And RBS will just pull away. I think that is a good call, and that can maybe give them some priority coming in. But do not cruise. These compounds like this is just so dangerous. Not getting punished there, maybe. Like, that is something that's really, really punishable. Use that rich line now, and they actually made it in, get the entry point into the area of control by Panda, maybe. RESQ is a very experienced team from the UK scene as well. They may want to contest this, but Defeaters have another plan. They want to take this fight, and that is RBS trying to spray it down. The 2-2 split from Defeaters will now stop, and they will tighten this formation to enter from this eastern side. Will pin from multiple angles. The beautiful knock come through first. The opening knock from RBS onto Caster of Defeaters. The return knock comes through from Watson. RBS just going for that revive now, but with no gear. No helmet, no vest, no life. And no teammate soon. Goldie got baited. And that buggy actually just went over his head. And they will go out at 12th position with 1 kill. And QATAR Force lost 3 to the blue, maybe. Or maybe trying to come in through the waters. Or not sure whether they went for a swim. Or that bridge rotation, right? But anyway, Wade is the last one standing. Unicorns with them some split, trying to control everything around farm, and Wade just cruised through from one team to the next, and actually finding a very good dip. And this is one of the strongest spots that you can get mid-late game, but the high ground from Panda wouldn't allow them to get out if it ever shifts away from this, right? And escape strategy, rotations, and picking of power position. PUBG 101. This is next bit. Perex is just so strong, man. Like, he just single-handedly take out 3 of SCRIMFARM, 2 earlier from a 1v2, and now just spraying down Icy as well. Hackshot is the last one. And what will be the plan of Hackshot? Too far, blue's too painful. Hackshots should probably prioritize the rotation, but I think they just want to have a sweet revenge on Perex, because it's officially a drawn out 1v3 by them. And Hackshot is just not giving up on this, right? And let's have a look at the position of Savage X, because look at this farm control from Unicorns. They want to get info on the northern side. In the middle, also the split to control all the white rotations coming from any teams on the southern end. And that is them finding one onto Andy. Be My Loot lost another one. NT is the last one standing. Now needing to go through the squad of UDR killers. Very experienced squad. They need to get this kill, and as well as moving forward, and that is also a really hard job to do, just because of the high ground. Very predictable rotation path when you drive up the hill like that, and that is sometimes the reason why you want to position yourself a little bit differently. The drop spot was not enough. Be My Loot's out at 11th place. Fight happening everywhere, and this is also Panda trying to hold this tighter, actually making it work. Clearing out the western edge first is what they're trying to do. A run over as well. Where is the last one? And they will just get what? Faker's just run him down, and that is Panda. Clearing is an important skill. Clearing is how you expand the control of the area that you're holding. Wade's got those dips. Fresh is trying to open and cover fire for Agon's rotation. We'll need to hold it further though. We'll notice some fights happening right here. 8 kills right now for the side of Eastern Stars. 8 kills, 10 kills right now. And the 2 revives can come through. But you know what? We know the Unicorns of Love, they may be just crashing this, but they are very careful right now. It's also very understandable. They don't want to get up to this plateau with no further information, but that is 10 kills for the Eastern Stars right now. And the last one gone as well in that dip. And that was Wade losing his life. QATAR Force is out at 9th or 8th maybe. Hackshot, and will just lose his life on that one. And then with the experience of Perix and UMBRA, they know that Hackshot and SCRIMFARM's finally dead, and he can finally get the car to rotate and actually allows himself to outlive so many teams. They made it to top 6. You know, like taking a position like this for Panda is why they're so consistent as well. There's a position that allows them to have multiple options, and they are here to just punish Yumi. So UDR killers are down to 3 players, not going to be an easy revive. So let's just assume a bleed out, unless Pokers want to do more for the lady with that US play there, with that ridge line to maybe cover them a little bit longer. It could work. But let's hold that thought. Unicorns want to finish this. They gather the firepower and they make 2 knocks. Ket is not as well a 2v3 right now. Another one comes in, the 3rd one, and the sweet swipe by Unicorns onto the Eastern Stars. Taking the 7th kill, the full squad will be up 46 seconds. They can reset this before going further. Panda, though, they have that position. They have the full squad. They have the circle. They have the experience and skills. They have 1 knocked. They have Kato to get maybe the 2nd. And that is the 2nd. That is Panda showing us how it's done. Last 2 as well. XT will be cruising through the spot even further, coming back down to control because Jonah is knocked upon that pressure from the south side. UDR killers want to take this away, and that is XT trying to stop it. The Faker with the support fire stops Pokers from peeking, but the drop down from XT was too much. He got 1 knock, but that is him gone because the ridgeline's there to protect. UDR can get that reset. Sebi in position to hold this down as well. Will get the info and can secure the rotation out. Not if Katoon, not another one. That is Panda showing their strength once again. RESQ still up in this one. Unicorns of Love losing Agon and Ket and Perix. Are you a god or what? I literally asked Mihi, how do you pronounce this? If you don't tell me, I'm just going to call him PRZ. And glad that I didn't say that. I mean, He's a beast in this one, and I need to give him the spotlight that he deserves now, alongside 10 other players and 4 other teams, bringing Team UMBRA to this top spot, I should say. And the Unicorns will find a spot, but they will be knocked. Perix is the cheeky one, and the circle actually goes over to the Unicorns of Love. I want to see how PANDA plays this. They lost 2, and they need to go through rescue, which they knew who's there. And maybe that is what you need. The Faker spray onto rescue. Wild alone is by his lonesome, needing to hold this, but that is not enough support. With the split trying to control multiple spots, they lose this chance to take down PANDA, and that is going to be a little bit of a stand of P. I almost said it. Perix is the name. Come on, Tarzan. Focus. And that is him actually stopping the rotation from UD Achilles. Still in that spot there, but he can't really go any further. No position in the circle. 27 meters. Doesn't matter. Like 10 is enough to destroy some dreams of these teams. But he has some rich line. He will continue to maybe come up. But Unicorn is there to stop all these rotation. Ulysses is using that little bit of rich line, using those grass to slowly come in. Savage Eggs actually got found by the side of the last member of Rescue. So that is Unicorns down to 2. It can be anyone's game right now, especially with that split focus. Unicorns trying to control multiple sides may give the chance for Perix to live this, but they are really experienced. They can just take this 2v1. Fresh is there. Fresh can see. Fresh can hear. Fresh is not shooting. Perix is there, and that is him out at 5th. Unicorns take their 8th kill and continue in this game. 2v1. Ay. Take the stuff that you need. Don't show your backpack. Maybe that is reason why Faker is dead. While alone, still alive, flushed away is Ulysses. So it's a 2v1 right now. Rescue out at 4th. Poker's trying to do this. Katu, can you really just be the beast of tonight in this game 4? Last one standing. Unicorns can maybe go really far, especially with so many kill points in the past 2 games. If they take this win, they can challenge that top spot. And but Rescue is strong as well. Harder game 3, but a decent finish in game 4 as well. And 2 strong games in games 1 and 2. You know what? My brain can't handle all that math, and let's just see how it's going to work. Poker's needing to just come in. He can maybe use all his mess before coming in, but he didn't quite stay quiet enough. And now it's going to be a Unicorns 2v1, and that is just a brilliant with the swaggers finish with the arm. That is the finish by Fresh. Unicorns will finally take their sweet chicken dinner tonight with a whopping 11 kills, and that is the maybe. You know what? With a lot of possibility to take our 60 quid cash prize tonight. Unicorns with the win in our last game of the Prodigy Esports Nation High Tier event. With that win on that high note. 6 kills though for the Pandas. Panda second place, 2-2-2-2, second place, and 3 players with 2 kills. Third place we have UD Achilles with 6 kills, Rescue with a 4th place finish. So 2 strong games, arguably 3 strong games, right? And with 2 strong games before, they might be able to show what they can do. We're in UK organization. Would be nice to see a UK team show up. And after all, they are the champions of the PMCO UK. In 5th, we have UMBRA, the hard carry by Perix. Like, he's been solo, like when there were, 15 squads remaining. He just bring all the way to 5th. And sometimes, tanking is not the worst plan. It allows the edge of the zone to open up. You just need to know the map well enough, time it well, and then you can play like Perix, bringing UMBRA to 5th place with 8 kills. The strong fragging team of Eastern Stars fell to the winner of this game, not before they had 10 kills. Yeah, 10 kills for themselves and a 6th place finish. SCRIMFARM fell at 7th, and yeah, they probably should DM Barracks and say GG in that one. Basically just killed them all. SCRIMFARM with a 4 kills and 7th place finish. QATAR Force with 9 kills and an 8th place. At 9th, we've got the Defeaters with 3 kills. Black Sparks with no kills and a 10th place finish. Be My Loot 1 kill 11th. RBS 1 kill and 12th place. GSU Europe fell when they tried to go for that rotation along the South Island as well, and would be the reason why they died at 13th place. Not before they got 3 kills though. 1 kill for Royal Knights at 14th place. Game Lord 1 kill and 15th. Destiny 1 kill, 16th place. We saw how Device took that 1 kill, but losing so many players early when they try to go for those cars, right? And the flexibility and in your drops are very, very important. LMV out at 17th, unfortunately, with no kills, and no kills as well for HARDSHIFT when they try to take on Team UMBRA for round 2. And that is it, guys, and that is me done as well. Wow. I think I don't even know how rusty I am, but I quite enjoyed that one for sure, especially after casting with Highland Wolf, where he do all the play-by-play, and I feel like I feel some hype through my vocal cords that I didn't get to use as much through the PMCO. But that is me checking out now. Thank you so much for watching, guys, and we will see you probably next week. Stay well, stay safe, and stay strong. Have a brilliant night and have a good week ahead. Bye-bye.